Hello everyone, here we are in another tournament game. Today we have the 2 seed Cleveland versus the 7th seed Zol. It is 0, it is Remnant, it is Gold. It's our last round of 8 game. Let's go ahead and look at the equipment, and we will get this match underway. The quiet before the storm. The loading screen. This will be a good match today. I'm ready for it.
Have a good one, Cleveland.
You too.
Alright, I will be following Cleveland here on Wave 1. My co-host Linguist will be following Zol.
Copy that.
In a previous video, I accidentally followed the wrong person. Followed him twice for about 2 ways, but that's okay. My good old co-host Linguist, I believe, put me in the right direction for that. I should be on top of it this time. Also, this map is a little less confusing than what we were on.
They weren't dying anyway. They didn't need us.
No, it was a pretty clean match for both of our contestants there. And I have a feeling it's probably going to be decently clean in this one. But alright, let me see where Cleveland is. Cleveland is here. Alright, Cleveland to the back of the map. That's different for this, and so is Zol. Ooh, this is different than previous matches we have seen. Alright. So here we go, starting at the back of the map on 0, unlike our other matches on here. And off to a good start, Cleveland is. That was a nice singularity and combo. Both contestants have the paw, but as you have been watching, that's not really that big of a deviation. A lot of people bring the paw in this tournament. Once again, Cleveland, nice combo in the interior of the map. Zol back a little bit, trying to get into the crow's nest with that line of sight he has from down there. Zol on the move. Let me go ahead and get that cloak back on me. Cleveland, walking around the interior of the map, has a spawn in the back, now going straight for it, and is cleaning up nicely, but now Zol's on the kill feed as well. So cleaning up nicely, both of our contestants. Cleveland's in the inside, Zol's on the outside a bit more now. Let's check that early score. Zol on top 1,700 to 1,500. Coming to the end of Wave 1 with only a few enemies left on the field. Looks like Cleveland's in a better position. Zol trying to get there, but Cleveland does get them. At the end of Wave 1 here, 2,200 to 1,900, Cleveland on top, actually. Following Zol here for Wave 2, Zol going back to the back of the map. So once again, a little bit different. Is Cleveland there? Yes, he is on the interior. So side by side, separated by the wall, Zol going to the right, Cleveland now also going toward the right to a spawn up in the LZ, but Zol deviating once again, both turning their attention toward the crow's nest here on 0, now both going toward the right. If you're looking at my orientation in the camera, which obviously you are because you're watching it on my video feed, back toward the center of the map, looking toward the crow's nest again, backing up, strategic retreat a little bit. And Zol and Cleveland back to the back end. There's only a few enemies here, but not really too terribly much to worry about. There'll be a few extra points. Check that score again, 3,600 to 3,100. Cleveland still on top right now. Wave 2 action. Zol really favoring this lower side. In the early game, Cleveland up toward LZ. Zol going to the interior now. Cleveland on the outside going to the back of the map. It looks like Zol has a few enemies in here. He's going to try to get what he can. I'm going to get out of the way of that enemy. Should have a nice combo here, and he does. Zol on the kill feed, and he's taking the lead. 4,300 to actually 4,300 apiece. It's neck and neck right now. Both contestants at the back of the map, and it's cleanup time here on Wave 2. Good one so far, back and forth. Zol once again on this right side. They did. That'll help them both out. And at the end of Wave 2, it is Zol on top, 4,700 to 4,600. So Zol is taking the lead, following Cleveland here on Wave 3, and it is a hack, and Cleveland is coming back toward the crow's nest. We'll see where he goes. He's staying up here on the crow's nest, and so is Zol. Hack is at the back of the map. We'll see what our contestants decide to do. I think everybody's actually going to be jumping on it because there's also going to be a double spawn. No, just single spawn, but Destroyer back here. Everybody jumping on the objective. Once again, I'm going to remind myself, following Cleveland here, he's looking through this door and trying to funnel enemies as nicely as he can. So the hack is progressing. Enemies now coming in toward our right. Zol turning his attention there. I'm going to get myself out of the way, let them have that cover. Nicely timed by Zol, it looks like. Gets the turrets with that RPG, and Zol is lighting up the kill feed, and it's 6,300, 5,400. Zol on top right now, wave 3. And they are making sure no enemies are getting close to this little hack that we have going on. Our contestants doing quite well. 7,000 to 5,900. Zol still in that lead, and the objective is already done. So Cleveland on the inside, Zol on the inside, going toward the big center room here. Nullifier, don't shoot me. I am not a part of this. Shoot our contestants trying to shoot you. Down to the last few enemies. Cleanup time, and they should be gone here soon. Trying to fall off the map here. One at the back of the map. And at the end of wave 3, it is going to be 10-2 to 9-6. Zol on top right now. So Zol still holding on to the lead on wave 4. Here we go. Let me go ahead and grab one more nade too.
I'm on Cleveland.
I am on Zol now, I believe.
Yes.
I was following Cleveland for the last match. Don't want to make that mistake again, but I think I am good here. Zol right now working on this destroyer once again, favoring that right side, but Cleveland on the inside, getting a lot of enemies. Zol trying to reposition. That might catch Cleveland up, and it does. 11-2 to 10-7. Cleveland has taken the lead here on wave 4. Back and forth match from our 2 contestants. Zol moving on to LZ. Looks like a few enemies are there. But no, now check that, doubling back. Cleveland now heading up to the crow's nest. Zol to the inside. Maybe a few enemies there, looks like a few. And Breacher, get off of me. What's at the back? Looks like a destroyer did spawn in at the back. Zol on the inside, Cleveland on the outside. Back and forth our contestants go in a point sense and in a literal sense. From front to back on 0. Check score again, 13,000 to 12,700. Cleveland still holding on to that slim lead. Zol goes down by the destroyer, looks like. Does get himself back up and back into the action here. Cleveland coming in from behind, so pincer maneuver, and I almost fell off the map. I'll try not to do that.
Good RPG from Z, got the turrets.
That was very good. And let's see what the scoreboard looks like. 13-9 to 13-4. Cleveland still holding on to that lead. Wave 5 action. I will be following Cleveland here. Wave 5 action. Enemies are on the field, and they are off again. Zol, once again, to my right. Cleveland up into the center to the crow's nest. Destroyer is looking at him, but getting behind cover. Smartly get behind cover, because here comes the main cannon. Zol now side by side with Cleveland, trying to go to the inside. Oh, they pass each other, looking different directions. Cleveland and Zol once again, fighting over the same spawn in the interior. Enemy, stop shooting me. Cleveland, he's doubling back. Let me go ahead and double back myself. Has a decent amount of enemies in here and has some cover. Zol going a different direction now, splitting up. 2 different spawns for our contestants. 16,000 to 15-1. Zol has taken the lead on wave 5. Still back and forth. Let me go ahead and reposition, get a little bit closer here to him, but I don't want to crowd him. More enemies on the field. Taking them out. Cleveland once again lighting up that kill feed. Has a nullifier, but no, Zol takes out that nullifier. Missile comes out from Cleveland. Does a very good job on it, but looks like Zol does get the destroyer with that energy drain. And Zol, 17, 6, 16, 6.
He got both of them.
That was a good one, and right now Zol's in the
Cleveland
lead.
Got that RPG.
And it is back and forth. Cleveland here watching him up into the crow's nest where Zol already is. And we are down to the last few enemies. And I'm going to go ahead and grab a couple nades as we clean up wave 5. It's a pretty quick one so far. And at the end of wave 5, it is Zol on top. 18,700 to 18,000. Around a 700-point lead here for Zol. Following Zol here for wave 6, who's at the back of the map. He likes starting back here, it seems. And it is target, so we'll let them go to town with the targets. Cleveland in a better position right now to get this first one. And that he is. Target is gone, and Cleveland does get it. Very close match here in this last round of 8 game, following Zol and Cleveland, but primarily Zol. Zol doubling back out into the crow's nest. Has a good vantage point. Where is Cleveland? Cleveland's on the inside. Link. Oh, Zol goes down. Cleveland goes down. It's a mess out here right now in this back corridor, but Zol, look at the Cobra, and has the lead, 20,000 to 19,600. Cleveland goes down, waiting for revive. Does get that. Oh no, gets himself back up. Where is Zol? He is still back over here trying to go over that last enemy. Last target for him. He is there. He's trying to take it out. It's going to be a big one, I believe. It's a progenitor. He needs to try to take it out or kill enemies around it. This could be a sticky situation for him. Cleveland's taking the lead. 20,800 to 20. No, Zol is taking the lead back. Back and forth here on wave 6. And Zol is still trying to take him out. Has other enemies around, though. Does take him down finally. Needs to get some more kills, though. And it's back and forth once again, 24,000 apiece, pretty much. An action-packed game here. 1-0 versus Remnant. 24-9 to 24-7. Now 25-1 to 24-9. They both switched again. I watched that in real time. But at the end of this wave, it is 25-2 to 24-9. Cleveland in the lead. It is extraction time. Everyone heading to the back of the map.
Following Z.
Yep, and I will be following Cleveland here for extraction. Wave 7 action. It all comes down to this. Winner goes on to the semifinal matchup. And that'll be a good one, too. If you haven't been keeping up with the videos, I recommend going and watching them. Tournament is slowly coming to a close. It's been a great one this year. It's been a big one. Minute 50 seconds here to go. Cleveland still on top by a narrow margin. Let's see. 26,700, 25,900. Cleveland trying to build a little bit of a lead. We'll see what he does. He's fighting something here. I don't have the best angle. I'm going to wait until he's going a different direction. Let me get out of his way. Let me get out of his way, too. Cleveland on the inside, fighting what's down there. Zol going to the back of the map. Might have a decent double spawn. Not too terribly many, but enough to kill. And Zol's lighting up the kill feed. Cleveland goes down, gets himself back up. 27-4 to 27,000. 400-point deficit here for Zol. Can he make it up, or will Cleveland take a narrow victory? Only time will tell. About a minute and 5 seconds away. Cleveland trying to get what he can up there. Zol going straight into the action. And goes down for it. But gets himself back up. 50 seconds to go. Zol goes down. Zol in the lead, though. 27-9. No, Cleveland in the lead. It's going to come down to the wire. With 40 seconds to go. It all comes down to this. Approaching 30 seconds, and right now, cross-map revives are off the table. Avengers will be heading to LZ. And they are both still fighting. Zol on top, 29-2 to 29,000. With only a few seconds to go, but Zol needs to make sure he extracts as well, and so does Cleveland. And Cleveland's taking the lead back! And at the end of this matchup, it is going to be Cleveland on top by only a few hundred points. 31-9 to 31-3. Cleveland takes the game in an epic conclusion. You played a fantastic match here on Zero. How do you feel about this game, and how do you feel about being a part of this year's tournament?
Honestly, I want to say thank you guys for organizing all this, and I'm pretty proud, man, to have been part of that stuff. It's just insane the amount of work that you've put in all of this, and also I want to dedicate all my previous games to Infinite that we all miss very much. And thank you, Cleveland, man. That was an awesome game, honestly, man. It was just crazy. I'm really glad to have played with you, man.
It was a great match by both of you. Zol, you did a fantastic job. Cleveland, you did as well. In Cleveland, I'll talk to you now. You pull out the victory here, 31-9 to 31-3 final score. You're moving on to the semifinal matchup, the best 2 out of 3. How do you feel about your victory here today? Oh, he dropped out.
Sound glitch.
There he is. Oh, nope, I understand. Can you hear us now?
Yep.
All right. How do you feel about this today?
That was pretty close. I've had a lot of games that were close, but it's about extremely close, just all the way through.
It was back and forth the whole time. None of you were really giving an inch, and it was down to the wire. I would like to thank you both for being a part of this tournament. Zol, hopefully we can have you back next year. And Cleveland, you are moving on. But until next time, guys, this has been a great one.